Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So it is currently 7 o'clock. I just wanted to film my Shop My Stash makeup, me applying it, and then I'll shop my stash on another day. But just so I have the footage, because yeah, no need to waste makeup and put it on the day that I'm not gonna wear it. So we're just gonna do that quickly because I have to leave in 25 minutes. So we gotta go. Kind of self-explanatory. I'm just gonna apply the makeup on my face that I used this past week, and then we're gonna go shop my stash for makeup for this next upcoming week. So yeah, I really hope we enjoy it. Without further ado, let's just get started. All right, so for primer, I use my Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Base Tape Primer. I like this primer. I always see they have a lot of sales or like sets with this primer, but I just never feel like, I don't know, I never feel like I need it. A full size of it. I feel like the drugstore primers that I use are just as good. So I don't like absolutely need this full size. I also use the Yensa Tone Up Essential Glow primer. I actually use them together every day basically. So that was great. I really like this primer. I feel like it kind of does what the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer does. It just gives like a clean base for makeup on top of it. Again, I stay away from my nose just because I don't want to add any extra moisture on my nose. I know I just added hydrating primer. That's the only thing I want to add to my nose. I don't want anything else on it to change it in any kind of way, shape, or form. And then for foundation, I was using the AOA Studio Buildable Satin Coverage Foundation. I like this foundation. It's not one, again, it's not a holy grail. Oh, I got it too close to my eye. It's not a holy grail status or anything, like by any means, especially not this dropper. This dropper sucks. But I like it. Something definitely like I'd probably throw it in my 2020 project pan or something like that, just to kind of use it up. But I would use it up because, you know, it's good enough for that. You know what I'm saying? And then for concealer, I was using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I have the shade Warm Medium. Sorry, in my AOA Studio, I have the shade 310 Amber. I don't know why I always forget to read my foundation shade. It never fails. I like this concealer. The shade is actually nice. I don't know why. Like, every time I apply it, I'm like, oh, the shade is going to be terrible. But then, like, when I wear it out and through the day and stuff like that, I'm never like, oh, I hate my concealer. Like, I've had moments where I'm like, oh, my concealer looks the worst. But I don't feel like that. I don't know why. Je ne sais. It really sucks because my internship is 25 minutes away from my house, and it would be great if I could just like, if it was a lot closer. I mean, not 25 minutes isn't a lot compared to like an hour away, which is my school, but this 25 minutes is like, if I could just have those 25 minutes to do my makeup, what? Bomb. Or to sleep, bomb. Best internship ever. All right, so then for powder, I was using my Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder. You guys already know I've been using this straight for like 3 weeks, and I'm gonna be using it this week too. Ugh, freaking poop. I like to set everywhere with this powder. I love this powder. I like to set everywhere except for my nose, which kind of sucks because then my nose is the first to go at the end of the day, but it's okay. Because I wear it for at least 8 hours, like 8-9 hours, and 8 hours, and then I take it off for dance class, so it's really fine. But I'd rather it come off early than be a dry nose, because I do not like a dry nose at all. Alright, so then after powder, I was using bronzer. So for bronzer, I was using my LA Girl Pro Face High Definition Pressed Powder. Wow. High Definition Matte Pressed Powder of the shade Warm Caramel. I was also using this e.l.f. Duo in the shade Fiji for bronzer. Sometimes I'd mix them. And then I was using the blush in here as well. So we're gonna mix the bronzers again. I love these bronzers. Like the face powder, I don't think I'd repurchase because it's like meant to be a face powder. But these duos, I love these duos from e.l.f. Love them. I should just, like, I know some people who have a TJ Maxx collection, and not some people, okay, I know, saw someone on YouTube who has a TJ Maxx collection. Hold that thought. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Berry Mary and Mellow Mauve like blushes. But I know saw this girl on YouTube who has like a TJ Maxx collection, and she kind of counts that separately from her stash because like it's, I don't know, it's not, she doesn't count it as the same, she counts it as her TJ Maxx stash, not her regular makeup stash. And then I saw this girl who doesn't count, she's British I guess, and she doesn't count her Makeup Revolution products as in her inventory because she just has so many. Like, it's just like Makeup Revolution, I guess, just sends her a lot, she buys a lot and all that stuff. Like, it's not, it just doesn't count for her stuff. And I feel like I might do that with e.l.f. because I love e.l.f. so much and I have so many products from them. I don't want to like, and I love being able to do a full face of e.l.f. Whenever I need to. So I don't want to like put any of them in my project pan, but sometimes like my inventory is a little bit over. But I might, because of like the amount of e.l.f. products I have, but I might just like have an e.l.f. stash. Like, it'll just be my thing, you know? I don't know. Haven't decided yet. Alright, so when I was going to my internship, I actually wasn't wearing these, which is where I'm going today. But for highlighter, I was using the Steve Laurent Jelly Highlighter in the shade Prosecco Please, and then the e.l.f. Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Cinnamon. I was obsessed with this combination. So blinding. Like, so blinding. It was stunning. That's why I can't really wear it to my internship because it is just so blinding. And I feel like, ugh, like that says too much. But I love it, so just so you know. And then I was using my e.l.f. brow pencil in the shade Neutral Brown, which you guys have seen me use a million times. And then for eyeshadow, I was using my Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Fire Palette. I really use this mainly for the video. I didn't really wear it on every day. Today, do I want to? I feel like this palette is just such a fall palette that, like, right now, even though I'm wearing like a green shirt, I don't want to wear it. I want to wear even, I just want to wear neutrals. So I'm gonna reach into my Dream Street palette. It's a long story. I put all the shades back in here. And we're just gonna take this fluffy brush and we're gonna dip it into the shade Shooting Star up here. Just the neutral shade. I'm surprised I haven't hit pan on it. I've been using it all the time and I'm angry. So we're just gonna put that in the crease. This was like, my go-to was just throwing something in the crease every day. It was something different every day. Sometimes I would use my Subculture singles. Sometimes I would, I don't know, just sometimes I would just use my Dream Street palette. Sometimes I mixed it with the Forever Flawless Fire palette. I just didn't, I don't know, I just felt like all the shades are so pink, a lot of the shades are very pigmented and like so bold. Like, I couldn't do anything natural like this because they're just so bold, you know? Does that make any sense? And there was one shade that I would use quite often, but, which was the shade Flame right here, because I love this kind of shade, and no, not that shade, the shade Flame and Power, these two right here I really loved, but I feel like, again, something more, a little bit more fall-esque. All right, real quick, I'm also going to take the shade Potion right here and just stick that kind of in the outer corner. I made some good progress on Potion. I've used it quite a bit, and hopefully we can hit pan eventually. So we're just going to build that up a little bit, nothing too crazy. And boom, just something light, easy, neutral, and still cute, you know? I always feel like when I do just a matte shade and I don't have mascara on, I look a little bit dead, but we're gonna put mascara on, don't worry. I was also using this Lancome mascara base. I'm ready for this thing to use up. Like, I like it, and I mentioned this in Products That Shocked Me video, in my Products That Shocked Me video, that this just surprised me because I don't know, I didn't have to force myself to use it, which was super shocking me because I thought like for sure I'd have to force myself because this is gonna be stupid, but like just an extra step in my makeup. But I didn't have to force myself because I just, you know, did it naturally, and so I thought it was really cool and like really interesting. But now I'm ready for you to go. now I'm ready. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I only have 5 minutes left to like get ready. And then I'll be like doing my eyeshadow or something. It takes a little bit, and then I'm like, crap, my mascara, and then I have to do 2 different mascaras, and it's like so then we're gonna use the Il Makiage High Volume Intense Curl Mascara in the shade Icon. I love this mascara. I feel like this is just the perfect internship mascara, and I'm thinking of just maybe pulling a few different mascaras at a time, like this one for my Tuesday Thursday internship, because it's like a very pretty, makes your lashes look nice but nothing super overpowering. I don't know, for people to like look at. You don't look like you have like 3 feet lashes on your eye, you know. It's just kind of very natural, still curled, still really pretty, gives that girly like wispy effect, but nothing too crazy that people are like, oh my gosh, you know. So I really like that about this mascara. So I'm thinking of just pulling that, like this one, and then picking another one, or like another pair that I like to use together, or something like that. Because I'm filming this on a couple different days, I just wanted to mention real quick, I'll probably say this again, but I just wanted to mention that this week's makeup basket theme is going to be my mini stash. So all my mini products, you guys know, if you guys know, I'm doing a mini project pan, trying to use up all my minis. So we're going to pull all those suckers out and use that for this entire week. So let's just go shop my stash. I never really do this, but real quick, I just wanted to mention some like high points of this week. This Too Faced Born This Way concealer, again, it just really surprised me. It's nothing too thick or full coverage, because you can still see my under eye circles in there, and like dark circles down here, but I feel like it's just super nice, super easy to blend. I've really been liking it. Nothing I want to like run and get out of my collection, you know. I really have been enjoying this concealer. I also wanted to mention this e.l.f. duo. I told you guys how much I loved it. It just was stunning this week. This blush is beautiful. I like the bronzer too. It's just such a soft powder that it's really nice to mix with other powders and stuff like that, and I can't wait till like the fall so that I can actually use it on my face. I'm thinking of adding this to a project pan just because I love it so much and I have too many face palettes. And then I wanted to mention my blush singles, which I've been loving. Again, I'm wearing the combination today, you guys saw. But what I love the most is Mellow Mauve has like, they both have like a slight shimmer. Berry Mary has more of a shimmer to it. If you want to see in there, yeah, you can see. They both have a slight one, but Berry Mary just has more, and so you can see it on my face, and I think it just looks beautiful, especially when I'm not wearing a highlight, because it just glows and it's just stunning. Both of these together are just beautiful, and I love these e.l.f. blushes. Like, I can't get enough. But this is, I have 5 of these. That alone raises my blush count already. Like, it's already to the halfway to the max with only my e.l.f. blushes. Is why I'm like, should I just have an e.l.f. collection? Like, I don't know. Yes. I think that was it as far as high points. Again, I was just loving this highlighting combination. I would just, I guess I should show you. I would take Fenty and I would just dip it in a sponge like this. I'm gonna do it lightly. And then I would dip it in Prosecco Please, and then just hit it on whatever I was highlighting, you know, the cheeks and stuff. I felt like what I loved about it is that I felt like Fenty helped this one not be so silver on my face. I don't know why this looks just super silver. It doesn't look silver in here at all. But oh, even coming off on the swatch, it just looks super silver, and on the face especially. So Fenty helps that one not look silver, and then the Steve Laurent one just helps the Fenty one not be so dark on me or leave a cast. So together they're just like the perfect highlight. I don't know what it is. It is just amazing. So stunning. So those were just some highlights of this week. Maybe we'll keep doing that. Those are the products that stood out to me that I really want to keep using. I love rotating my stash every week. I'm thinking of maybe doing like a month-long Shop My Stash or something like that. Maybe that'll be like my not October, maybe not November either. Maybe like December, I'll just do a month of just Project Pan stuff. Like all my other makeup goes away and I only work on my Project Pan stuff so I can get it out. So that might be cool, but obviously we'll update you on that. We have 3 months really to talk about that. So now we can just go shop my stash. Okay, so like I mentioned, we're gonna be doing my mini stash for this week you know, my stash this week. But for primer, obviously we're gonna keep using my Tarte base tape. It's a mini size sample. We're gonna keep using that. Wow, before I get ahead of myself, this is kind of where I'm gonna just be keeping all of my project pan stuff, all my mini stash that I'm trying to use up, and just different things like that in here. So this is kind of where all my mini products are basically, or a lot of them, because they're in a project pan. So, just so you guys know, that'll be again, like I said, this will be the primer that I use. And then we're actually going to take this mini Huda Beauty. It's the new hydrating foundation. I have the shade 360. We're going to take that this week. Is it upside down? We're going to use that this week, and probably only that, hopefully. We don't need anything else. And then I don't have a mini concealer. We'll pull a different one, but I don't have one right now. I'm actually going to pull, then for powder, I'm going to use my Kat Von D, of course. Bronzer, my Fenty, and my Tarte. We'll use both of them here. Again, I have the shade Caramel Cutie, and then I have the shade Park Avenue Princess. We'll take both of those babies. I use this quite a bit for highlight. I'm not going to use it again because I don't feel like I used it good enough. Obviously, we'll pull both of these. I honestly haven't been doing eyeliner really, but we'll pull it out in case I feel like it some week. And then, this is what I wanted to pull. This is actually a Tarte blush. So you'll see in a second that I kind of depotted my Tarte blush book. I kept the packaging so that I can like use it as decoration. Well, I took out all the shades in there, so I took out this highlighter, and I think I'm gonna use this one because it is a mini size. It was in the palette, so it's not a full size product. So we took out that, so we're gonna use this, I think, for highlighter. And then for eyeshadow, we're gonna use my two minis. I'm probably just gonna focus on this one, Too Faced Tickled Peach palette, because this one's gonna be perfect for like everyday and stuff like that. So I think I'm just gonna focus on this one. We'll pull this one just in case though. Honestly, I'm probably not gonna use this too much, just because I don't know, I'm just not gonna wear these shades every day for school and stuff. But in case we want to do a fun look, we'll pull this as well. And then before I go into like my collection to kind of finish off the products that I don't have in a mini size, up here I actually have this that's gonna probably just stay up there. It is actually all of my Tarte blushes. This one in the middle just broke off. I'm so mad about it. But I was trying to hit pan on those two of the Tarte blushes. And, I mean, I don't know. I just felt like depotting it, depotting the whole entire palette, and just kind of focusing on all of the blushes. So this is kind of gonna go into my mini project pan. These are all my mini blushes, basically. And then there's a bronzer up there, but I don't really use that. So it's just going to stay there until I can use it. And then, I don't know if I'm going to take this one out, if it's going to keep cracking, or if I should, like, I don't even know. But we're going to try to use this this week. Not try to, we're gonna. But yeah, try to get some good use out of that. Again, we have foundation. I already pulled the foundation. Do I want? No. All right, and then for concealer, I'm actually going to pull two. I'm going to pull the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. I have the shade, what shade are you? I have the shade number 113. I think that's what the shade is of that. It doesn't say anything else. We're going to pull this this week because the Fenty foundation is perfectly matched to my skin, and so I want to see how these concealers work with a perfectly matched foundation. And then again, we're going to pull, and then again, we're going to pull the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I have the shade Medium Dark number 32. So we're going to pull this as well. So that's what we'll do for concealer. Okay, I'm thinking about pulling this Luna by Luna highlight. I have the shade Electra because it's not a mini, but it is a super small size. If you want to see in comparison, it's so tiny. And we're gonna pull this in case the Tarte highlight doesn't work for me. We'll pull this. Maybe use them like some days, other days. But that's it for this drawer. And then these are all my eyeshadows. It looks crazy in this drawer. We don't need anything out of here. Okay, so like always, I'm just going to talk about what I got real quick. For primer, we have the Tarte Base Tape Primer. Again, it is a mini. Oh my gosh, I've used so much of it in the past few days. Trying to use her up. For foundation, I have this little Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation sample. I have the shade 360 in a her. And then these are not minis, but I have the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer in the shade 113. I don't have a mini concealer, so that's why I'm using these. And then this is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium Dark number 32. I also want to see how these look with a foundation that's actually my shade, which is the Fenty one. Oh, I got to match for at Sephora. And then for setting powder, we have the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder Mini, of course, in the shade Translucent. For bronzer, we have the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker Bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie, as well as the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. We're going to mix those and hopefully get some good use out of those suckers. And then for blush, I have my blush palette of my Tarte blush palette of mini blushes. They're all mini size in here, like deluxe size samples. Yeah. I still don't know what I'm going to do about this one. This is actually one of the ones that was in my project pan. That's why I don't know what to do with it. This is the shade Quirky, which I really like that shade. Crap. Why did that one fall out? I really like Quirky. Alright, and then for highlight, we have the Tarte highlighter. What shade are you in? Study Stash? Is that where you are? Extra Credit. You're in the shade, this is the Tarte highlighter in the shade Extra Credit. I'm going to swatch it just so you guys can see because I don't talk about this one a lot. It is a very, like, I don't know, I don't love the formula of these highlighters, but I have it, and so I want to use it. It's a very nice highlighter. I wore it the other day, and it was pretty nice. It wasn't terrible, but, like, look at my Luna by Luna highlighter, which is the other highlighter I'm using. I have the shade Electra. Like, this is Electra, this is Tarte. Come on, like, come on, Tarte. But we're going to try to get some use out of that. Again, it is a mini, so that'll be kind of counted in my mini project pan kind of thing. And then for brows, I didn't show you guys this, but I'm just going to use the Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. I have the shade 4.5. I kind of only have 2 brow pencils right now. Not kind of. I do only have 2 brow pencils right now, so I just switch them off back and forth. So this one won't go this week. And then for eyeshadow, we're going to be using basically the Too Faced Tickled Peach palette, trying to get some good use out of this little mini baby palette for the week. But we also pulled the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions in case I want to do something like a bold look or something like that. We'll try to use this. Maybe we can use some of these shades. Like this one will be nice to wear to work and to my internship in school and stuff. So we'll try to play around with that one a little bit. Hopefully I push myself. And then for eyeliner, I have the Kat Von D Lock-It. Whoa, Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. It's a little baby size. And then we also have the Lancome Mascara Base, another baby size. And then, sorry, the last thing are my mascaras. This is the Il Makiage Black High Volume Intense Curl Mascara. I want to pull this because I really like this for my internship. It just gives a light mascara that like is nice but is not too much for my internship. So I really like this. So I'm going to keep this one in. I used it last week, but we're going to use that one a little bit more. Ooh. And then I also pulled in my Tarte Big Ego Mascara. So I don't know. I really wanted to use this really bad for some reason. So I was like, I'll just pull this one. Whatever. I don't have a mini mascara. So that's it for the Shop My Stash. Again, setting powder, setting sprays, and lip glosses, lip products. I just use kind of as they come and go. Use as they come. That's what I was trying to say. Alright guys, so that is it for the Shop My Stash. I really hope you enjoyed it. We're going to have a new theme next week, so stay tuned for that. I'm really excited about using my mini products, trying to use them up. That's it for this video, guys. Bye. I always want to say the same thing over and over again. Bye, guys.